What it do, what it do, what it do. Welcome on in, man. And we got a lot to get on to today, man. I don't know what it is, man. I guess it's Young Money versus TDE. Man, it's a lot going on, man. Nicki Minaj is online crashing out. She is going at TDE, and she is pretty much sending shots at all TDE employees, right? Man, it's crazy. Then Drake crying about the #1 spot. You got Diddy trying to get his sentence, lessened by going to rehab. Man, we got a lot of stuff to cover today, man. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Hope you enjoy it enough to where you hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell. And you run and tell a friend to join in. Now, with that being said, man, we're going to go ahead and get started with Nicki Minaj and TDE situation, man. Let's get to it. And shout out to Chick Smooth, man. Shout out to Chick Smooth for this content that we gonna react to. Let's get to it.
Chicks. Get ready. You know what to do, Chicks.
So listen, Chick Smooth.
Hey, Chick Smooth, appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your shit too, bro.
Oh boy, here we go, you guys. Punch TDE is once again pressing the lines on DJ Academics. Now, these two guys, Punch and Academics, have had a very strange relationship over the last couple of years. Anytime Academics is caught disrespecting black women or speaking bad about SZA, Punch TDE has been right there every single time checking Academics. The last time DJ Academics said something bad about SZA, it was so bad that Drake actually had to get involved to calm Academics down. Now, fast forward to yesterday when all hell broke loose on Twitter. Over the past week, Nicki Minaj has been crashing out on Twitter. She's been going at Jay-Z and Desiree Perez, and also anybody she feels like is dissing her. Now, yesterday, Punch TDE gets on Twitter and he tweets broken Barbies. Then maybe about 2 minutes later, he posted a full video of a song of one of his artists. So he was actually promoting this song from one of his artists, but by then it was too late. The damage was already done, you guys. You guys all know Nicki Minaj's fan base is called the Barbs. So Nicki took that as a diss, felt like Punch was once again sending an artist to diss her. This has been an ongoing feud between Nicki Minaj and Punch TDE. For many years now, Nicki has felt like Punch has been bullying her on social media. So after seeing Punch tweet out broken Barbies, Nicki Minaj said enough is enough. It's crash out time. She goes on to post this picture of Punch saying, "Me after I suck some good zick. Guarantee you wouldn't fight a man. We have every tweet of your incessant bullying, lying, and more. Your name was added to that shit list, shitty draws. Same thing that make you laugh, makes you..."
So the man can't do what his job is, right? He has an artist who has a song that he is promoting. But just because Nicki Minaj is in her feminine era and in her ways, she just looking for any and everybody, then want to play the victim. Oh, you've been bullying me for a long time now, and you're just keeping on the bullying. Because an artist want to do away with the Barbies? Come on now, man. Really? Like, what is this victim card from this Young Money conglomerate? It started with Lil Wayne. Then it transferred over to Drake. Now it's Nicki turn, huh? I mean, that's how I'm seeing it. I don't know how y'all seeing it. Drop down in the comment section and let me know. Let's keep going.
Shit. She goes on to violate TDE, calling them tiny dick executive. So glad that I have proof of being bullied and being lied on by a man publicly on a platform I use for my job. After I rejected his business proposition on more than one occasion, he failed to disclose to the public that I had rejected his business propositions, and thereby acted in what appears to be retaliation, purposefully used to cause financial damages and to engage in a smear campaign against the brand. So once again, this is more proof that Nicki feels like Punch has been publicly trying to damage her. Whether or not that's true remains to be seen.
Is Nicki broke? Is Nicki Minaj going broke? This is something that has not been asked. because now she's trying to do defamation lawsuits all over the place. She coming after Jay-Z, saying Jay-Z owe her $300 million. Now she's saying TDE Punch been bullying her on social media for all this time. She's trying to set up a defamation suit. Is she going broke? Is Nicki Minaj going broke? Or is this just a cry out for help to stay relevant and stay in the talks of what is going on now? Because she hasn't really dropped no music. She hasn't really dropped anything. She did a couple features here and there, but what has she really dropped lately? So I ask you, is Nicki Minaj going broke? Let's keep going.
Now, Nicki Minaj also crashed out on SZA yesterday. After seeing all the crazy tweets Nicki was sending towards Punch, SZA tweeted saying, "Mercury retrograde. Don't take the bait. LOL, silly goose." Nicki Minaj responds to SZA and says, "Go draw your freckles back on, bookie. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Sounding like a fucking dead dog." Now, don't get it twisted. SZA is from New Jersey. You know how us people from Jersey get down. She clapped back at Nicki Minaj and said, "I don't give a fuck about none of that weird shit you poppin'." Now, that response right there from SZA made Nicki Minaj get back on timing. She says, "Bitch damn near broke that man back and leg. Bitch fat, chubby, and skinny at the same damn time. Bitch, where are those 30 million streams that disappeared on your Spotify like your full freckles?" Botting tweets when you arguing is just as weird as SZA. And then we finally get the grand finale crash out. Nicki Minaj says, "Wait, does SZA think she's more successful than me? LOL, y'all catch me up, please. SZA, if every song you've ever done vanished right now, the music business wouldn't even miss you. I've been to countries that never heard of you. I know you're not that stupid, are you? Stadiums? Did you look at venues I played on my own headline festival tour out the country last year? Bitch, have you ever headlined to 80K people? Bitch, what have you ever done besides yodel with autotune that needed retuning? Boo, I'm an icon. You're not. The end. Pay that man for almost breaking his back. Why didn't you speak up when your exec was bullying and harassing me, you dirty mangy cunt? These botted numbers on all platforms have y'all losing your motherfucking minds. You the type that would have been quiet in school trying to fit in. You still have no clue who you are. I know you went nice without washing that musty face. God damn, Nicki, what's up with you? Bitch, how you remember exactly where every freckle go? If you want to talk about bullying Nicki Minaj, that right there is the complete definition of bullying. Now, here's where DJ Academics gets involved. Academics goes on his official page on Twitter and says Nicki on bad timing recently. She ain't lying either. Everybody just too scared to say the shit she's saying. Trust. I'm on vacation. I'm gonna mind my business for now. But to be honest, I'm side-eyeing everyone who's critical of Nicki Minaj recently. She's only been exposing the demons of this industry. If you're against her, you probably sold your soul. Now, after seeing all these pro-Nicki Minaj tweets,
Hold on, man. See, this the whole thing. Like, bruh, this spinning of the narrative all of a sudden. Now when the machine no longer want to work for you, now you are against the machine. But when the machine was working for you, you ain't had no problems. You wasn't bucking. You wasn't bucking against the machine. That's the thing. Now all of a sudden, oh yeah, she's exposing. She's exposing the very thing that put her where she at. That's what she's exposing. You want to talk about exposing? It's easy to expose after it's no longer working for you. That ain't what Nicki Minaj and Drake is doing is no better than a bitter ex. It was all good when y'all was together. It was A-okay when y'all was together. But as soon as y'all break up, now you don't know how to fuck. You got a little penis. You broke. You ain't nothing. But when she was all up on that little penis, begging you for some money, and you was giving it to her, it wasn't no issue. But now she can't get none of that access to you no more. Now I want to expose you for who you are. That's all Drake and Nicki is trying to do, and people want to get him credit for it. You don't get no credit for doing it after the fact. Why you ain't exposed that when they was helping you? Why didn't you expose this machine when this machine was making you who you are? Because, Nicki, you stole Lil' Kim whole style. You stole Lil' Kim whole style. From the plastic surgery to everything else. You was the Lil' Kim 2.0. So don't sit up here and try to shame SZA for doing what you showed her to do. Like, come on, this is blasphemy, bro. She's sitting up here trying to shame SZA for doing the exact same thing she did with the plastic surgery and changing her style and lifestyle up. Isn't that what you did, Nicki? But not only did you do that, Nicki, you took away Lil' Kim style and tried to call it your own. Like, come on, man. This is crazy, man. And we supposed to be okay with that? No. Call them out when they helping you. Call them out. If you're going to call them out, call them out. Call them out or stall them out. I'm tired of all these people talking about I'm exposing this, I'm exposing that. Just like Gene Deal. Gene Deal, you was okay with it as long as Diddy was cashing them checks. Now all of a sudden, your moral compass say that it wasn't right. Where was your moral compass then? Where was Nicki Minaj when that machine was doing what that machine is doing when it was helping her? She wasn't jumping out. She wasn't jumping out there and trying to, no. But now that machine ain't helping her no more. That's what's happening. I'm telling you, we got to start asking these questions. Is Nicki Minaj going broke or something? Because she keep trying to throw these lawsuits out there left and right, talking about some, oh, you bullied me and like, come on, man. They trying their hardest to smash TDE and it ain't working. They trying their hardest to smash TDE and it's not working.
Academics TV and the person that runs it, they go on to get very, very disrespectful to a SZA, which, as you guys all know, is on brand for this Academics TV page. They tweeted saying, SZA snake ass can't cry to Drake no more to protect her. Don't let that tree's tweets fool you. She typed them shits with tears in her eyes, crying off the ledge. Which Punch responds saying, y'all might want to chill. For real, champ. Let's just keep it cool this time around. Or just give me a call, man. And then they go on to attack her religion. One day she's Muslim, the next day she's Christian. Punch TDE once again responds saying, hey yo, Academics, didn't you say that the homeboy personally write the captions for Academics TV? Or were you capping when you said it? Now, somebody gotta tell Punch that trying to correct that page is a losing battle. That page is constantly going to rage bait. They're constantly going to post stuff on that page just to get a reaction from you. And yes, DJ Academics has fully co-signed that page multiple times. From what it seems like, DJ Academics and Punch might have had a truce about not speaking on SZA. And even though everybody wanted Punch to respond back to Nicki Minaj, who was clearly just violating and disrespecting him, it seems like he does not want to engage her publicly. Not only is it going to add more fuel to the fire, but if you're already trying to accuse me of bullying you online, I'm not going to keep giving you any more ammo to add to your lawsuit. So let me just step to the side, ignore you, and address any men that are dissing SZA. Very, very interesting tactic. You guys get in the comments below. What do you guys make of Nicki Minaj's rant towards SZA and Punch? And what do you guys make of Punch trying to press DJ Academics over the horrible tweets from his Academics TV page? Like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys later, man.
Shout out to Chigs, man. Shout out to Chigs for that, man. Putting that together like that. You feel me? Man, hey, look. What y'all think about that? Drop down in the comment section and let me know what y'all feel, what y'all think about that. It seems as though Nicki Minaj is going on this tirade. She going at TDE. She going at Punch. She going at SZA. It's no holds bar. I don't know if she taking up for Drake. I don't know if she. I don't know what she's doing right now because she been going crazy up on Twitter, just going at everybody and then calling the victim, right? Same thing Drake do. Drake called out Kendrick back to back, right? Drop and give me 50. Drop and give me 50. Then when he dropped and gave you 50 plus 50 more, now this, oh, I'm about to sue. How dare you do that? Or maybe when it was Drake coming on like he was Tupac and said, oh, what are you going to talk about? How about you talk about him liking little girls? I guess that Drake thought by him saying it first that'd deter Kendrick. I think he went back to 8 Mile and saw what B Rabbit did in that last battle, and he talked about himself. So they couldn't do it. I guess that's what Drake thought he was going to do, and he was going to take the ammunition away from Kendrick Lamar. But he didn't take into account that Kendrick Lamar has more common sense than that, and he has a brain. So Kendrick Lamar just took that and flipped that and put it back on Drake. And now, we in a lawsuit. But yet, Drake still doing what Drake does, and his fans are still doing what Drake fans do. And y'all know what that is. Try to make it seem as though he came out victorious in this battle. I do understand why they do it. It's like watching your hero unalive. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you a kid and you watch when you used to watch the cartoons and the superheroes and all of that, you feel me? You hated to see Superman around kryptonite. Like, you know what I'm saying? It hurt your feelings to see your superhero perish or lose his strength. And for Drake fans and stans, that's what that battle did. You right? It made Drake immortal. Because to them, Drake was immortal. Could nobody touch Drake? Could nobody get nowhere near Drake? How dare you think you can even approach Drake or even talk to Drake? And then here come the battle. Here come Kendrick. Dismantle Drake left and right. Bow, 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 bow. And those people that was on the fence jumped right off. They jumped right off and said, all right, boom, look. We ain't rocking with him. Now Drake fans is in awe. They like, how did this happen? How could this happen? How could somebody give Superman kryptonite? Where did he get it from? Now they want to push this theory, the hate only lasts for so long when you're built on just hate and it's all about hate. Like even academics, man. Let me see. Let me see if I can find that, man. Academics. Hold on. Academic speaks on. Because they trying to say that London Festival and all of that, man, like. Let me see if this is right here. All right, let's get over here.
That's not top 5. He told me, he said he was at this after party spot. He felt like people followed him, and he was taking a picture with a fan while he was going into the club. Because I asked him where his homies was at, and he's like, "Yo, I was with 20 people. I get to the spot. I get there earlier than them. I'm walking in the spot. I think they're already there. So really, I'm alone." And then he goes to take a picture with someone, and somebody kind of ran up on him. I'm gonna just throw the allegedly on there because I know everybody like running with the false things. This got nothing to do with the UK. Like, respectfully, it did happen in the UK. Has nothing to do with the UK. It's a good meme. That's what I'm saying. Online will create a whole story, and it's completely wrong. It has nothing to do with him saying earlier in the day, there's no like blurs. That has nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that. I know people want to believe it's like, yo, the UK slid. No, respectfully, he was there. He was there from days. Like, there was nothing, no bad blood.
Your fruit jams in the chat. What up?
So you thought my daddy was gonna die, and you was gonna take his whole 1.
So, all right. So that was about the top 5 situation. That was about the top 5 situation. He thought he was untouchable. He got touched. And I keep telling people that, man. Anybody can be touched. Any and everybody can be touched. I don't care how many weapons you got. I don't care what type of weapons you got. Heavy artillery this, heavy artillery that. Anybody can be touched, man. Anybody can get the drop on you, bro. So you always have to be aware. You always have to be attentive. You always have to pay attention to what's going on. And he's right. The internet does what the internet do, just like he does. He spin narratives just like he spin this Drake narrative. Just like he just tried to convince people to listen to Nicki Minaj. Oh, listen to Nicki Minaj and Drake. They are exposing the industry. They're giving all the industry secrets. Yeah, all the secrets that the industry used to make them who they are. But they wasn't willing to do that then. Why was they not willing to give up them secrets when those secrets was benefiting them? Now that those secrets is no longer benefiting them, they want to give them up. Yeah, we going to give up. We going to tell. Like, come on, man. This is the delusional Nicki and Drake fans. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, excuse me one more time. Drake is not a culture vulture. He just grows gardens while others sit content with being one plant. What? Who sit content being one plant, and then they complain when he bears fruit. What fruit has Drake really bared though? Like, if you go back and look at Drake's track record of how many artists that Drake took their sound and made it his, and they was no longer useful, so their careers plummeted. Like, really? What fruit came from Drake? What fruit? Like, I don't know. I mean, let me know. Drop down in the comment section. Let me know. Drake asking, what did I miss? Is peak white behavior. Let's check out some of these comments. They said that's peak white behavior. Let's check out some of these comments. You're broke. Using Drake for likes as a hater is wild. But these are the same people that use Kendrick for the same reason. Where do y'all come up with these horrible takes? The daddy is a black man from Memphis. This is let you know, like, people don't think outside of their narrow vision. What the lady is explaining is, most white people create a problem and then act like they was never a part of the problem. And then ask, what did I miss? Like, so you don't remember slavery? You don't remember the Jim Crow Act? You don't remember this? But they sit there and be like, oh, what did I do? I didn't do nothing. I didn't do this. This not my creation. Like, Drake asking, what did he miss? What did you miss? Come on, Drake, you know what's going on. But it's a good play of words, though. I will give him that. To act like he don't know what's going on when we know exactly that he knows what's going on. He subpoenaed 63 witnesses in his lawsuit against UMG. That song should be called Who Did I Miss? The song is easy to understand. I don't get how y'all can't comprehend a simple song. Then proceeds to say no one can out-rap UK rappers. Hey, Drake was out of pocket for that, though. Drake, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is why people who was already on the fence with Drake just jumped all the way to the other side. He has no real identity. He has no real identity. The man just went up to the UK and said that they have the best lyricists in the world. Canada, US, no one can top their lyricism. You're not even from US, bro. How you speaking for the US? You're not even from the US. You can speak on Canada. And then he says he inspires to be a London rapper. So this is a man who's supposed to be at the top, right? Y'all saying he's the GOAT. This is y'all GOAT. Y'all GOAT is saying that he inspires to be a London rapper. So I'm confused at that point, because if he's supposed to be the GOAT, why is the GOAT aspiring to be like anybody? Can somebody explain that to me? Why is the GOAT aspiring to be like anybody besides himself? Like, this is what he do. Hey, I need new friends. Hey, I need new friends. Let me come over here to London. Let me come over here to London and get new friends, man. Kendrick needs to drop 269 more hit songs if he wants to reach Drake's level. That's nice. But the thing about it is, Kendrick really don't care. Kendrick make music that Kendrick loved to make. And whatever the results of that music is, Kendrick is okay with it. That's what a lot of people don't understand. That's why you don't count other people's pockets. That's why you don't count other people's pockets when you do. Bruh, as long as I'm good, I got a roof over my head, my children is straight, I'm okay with that. I don't have to have a big mansion. I don't have to drive a Maybach. I don't have to have a boat, a yacht. I don't have to have those things. I'm okay with having a roof over my head and my children having money and things that they need, and trying to build that wealth generationally. I'm okay with that. I don't need what everybody think I need. Drake is materialistic. Kendrick isn't. That is the difference between the two fan bases. He needs 200, but Kendrick's still straight. Even without those hits, Kendrick's still straight. Kendrick was able to take time out with his family. Kendrick was able to, hey, I'm about to go over here and do this and not really worry about the music and dropping music and get my family together. Get my foundation together. Get my life back in order. Can Drake afford to do that? No. No, Drake can't afford to do that. But that's ain't that. You see what I'm saying? Drake is that single friend that your girl don't want you around. Don't trust him. Drake, that single friend that your girl just don't trust. That soon as you walk up out the room, he's sending her googly eyes and winking at her. And trying to get you in trouble. Trying to tell you, hey man, let's go party with these girls, and then try to backdoor you to your girl and tell your girl about it. Yeah, you see what he doing? That's Drake. That's Drake. Drake did that to LeBron. People are forgetting that. Drake trying to act like, oh, LeBron just this. No. Drake tried to tell on LeBron. Remember you was in my house looking at all them girls? So you really thought LeBron was going to pick Drake because he got a tattoo of him on his arm over his wife? Because that's really what it was. LeBron was just there. He had no other choice but to be there. Why? Because his wife loves Kendrick and SZA, and she wanted to go in LA where she lives. You really thought, nah, baby, I'm going to sit this one out because I'm friends with Drake. What? You really thought that LeBron James was going to tell his wife he wasn't going to a concert that she wanted to attend because he supposedly be friends with Drake? The same one that tried to dime him out? Y'all believe that? Come on, man. Y'all can't believe that, man. Ain't no way, bro. Y'all can't. Y'all can't tell me y'all believe that, man. Look, Drake is a phenomenal artist, right? He can rap, he can sing, he can act, he can do a lot of things. I will not ever take that away from Drake. He can harmonize, he can do this, I would not ever take that away from Drake whatsoever. But he lost. He lost the battle. That doesn't mean that he can no longer rap, sing, and do what he been doing. Why is it so? Why, like I said before, I understand why it's so hard for his fandom to not just say he lost, because it's like, not my hero. My hero would never lose. No, it had to be rigged. It had to be something. So let's see what Drake had to say about not making, let me see. That was the Nicki rants. Somebody put this, I don't know, man. Kendrick really 0-4 on features this year. I appreciate Drake 2015 and 2018 run way more now. What? Kendrick 0-4? Like, see stuff like that, like, bruh, like, people, like, bruh. Kendrick 2025 feature run. Are y'all serious? This is crazy. The verse on Whips and Chains was a 0. Man, I miss hip hop when we used to bully y'all. What? What? This is crazy. this is, hey, look, they out of pocket, man. They out of pocket, man, with this, man. Because they said, hey, what they was saying was London is not feeling Drake. London was not feeling Drake and what Drake was trying to do. Let me see. London. They say London wasn't feeling what Drake was trying to do. He was trying to colonize London, they said. They not feeling it. Who that, Rory and Maul?
Because I'm sure people have been reaching out to him and kind of like, backsliding and, backtracking certain actions and reaching out to him. And I think this is probably his way of letting those people know, like, nah, fam, like that wasn't, you know what I mean? Like, you got to stay over there. You pick the side, stay over there. I think this was a cool way of doing that.
Do you think he chose to leak it or had someone purposely leak it based off, because you brought up in the last episode that LeBron at his birthday party requested Man of the Garden and rapped it because Drake unfollowed him. Do you think Drake asked this to be leaked because of LeBron's 40th birthday party? Because this, again, is a pretty direct, which we'll go through the lyrics. It is a direct shot at LeBron through most of this. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah, obviously
I don't know, man. Drake be in his feminine energy. Where is it at? Nah, not that. Let's see what he got to say.
Go anywhere but bad. This can go nowhere but bad. They two different fan bases. No one's going to concede defeat or victory on either side. It's just going to be a bunch of really bad animosity back and forth. I know Jordan and Luke is going to play into it a little bit. They're going to battle back and forth, but it's not going to stay at them. It's going to be the younger guys who are trying to prove a point. And then it'll be a whole thing where the UK versus the US. We don't need that. It's silly, gang. Right? Most of these rap battles here, people get paid to do the rap battles, right? And that's what their job is. And the other rap battles, Kendrick and Drake, that was a personal beef. We don't need no manufactured real world battles that spill into the streets. I won't be listening to none of that shit. I'm just gonna, before you even start this shit, I'm not listening to none of that shit.
I feel him though. Right? Because then, now it's UK versus USA. Like, you know what I mean? And these youngins, man, don't know how to keep it just on wax. These youngins want to take it to the streets. You feel me? So that ain't, like, it just, yeah, I feel him on that though. I feel him on that. But hey, what's y'all takes, man? What's y'all takes on what Drake had to say about the London, the London vibe? The lyricism. I mean, it's wild. You know what I'm saying? It's wild, but this is what Drake does. Drake need friends. Drake need help. So he went and looked to go get it in London, if you ask me. So, man, all right, man, that's enough for the Drake segment. Let's get on over here to what's going on with Diddy. So yeah, man. So Diddy is reportedly entering therapy and drug programs in jail to try to get his sentence reduced so that he doesn't have to, pretty much face all the time that they want to give him. So he's trying to show that excuse me, that he trying to get out on good behavior type of thing. I'm taking my classes, I'm doing this, I'm trying to be a better man and all this, man. So we're going to see what they're reporting on this, man. Without further ado, let's get to it. Diddy reportedly enters therapy and drug programs while awaiting sentencing. Let me see, what else is it? Let me see. TMZ has something on it. Because TMZ was reporting and they were saying like he might only get a couple of years. He might only get a couple of years. And basically he already been in the county for almost a year. So if they only give him 2 years, he'd be out with no parole or probation. But me personally, I don't, like, he gonna get parole or he gonna get probation at least. At the least, he gonna get probation.
If you want to follow your dreams,
follow your dreams,
the only way to go is up.
And sometimes up again until you find your way.
because if you aren't doing it your way, are you really even doing it?
So go ahead.
Make some noise.
And take up space.
And remember that every...
Hold on, we gonna let me put a picture up real quick. Hold on, let me bring a picture up in here. Because, you know, they be on this copyright stuff heavy. It ain't let me bring a picture in. All right, so we're going to figure out how we're going to do this. All right, I know what we're going to do. All right, we're going to play that.
Every dream starts the same way.
If I can, play that in the background.
With a single step.
DSW, a shoe for every you.
Why is it over there?
We got some information. We broke this story a couple hours ago. Diddy is behind bars, but he is enrolled in 2 classes in jail. A class for drug abuse and one for domestic violence.
Domestic violence. These are programs that are offered by the federal government in the prison system for inmates, and he is enrolled in both of these programs. He's also, we're told, in therapy separate from those 2 programs. And all of these things that he's doing, typically for one reason, to look good for the judge?
Well, it's important because sentencing comes up October 3rd. And Diddy, look, everything that I know tells me that he will get between 1 and 2 years. And I think it's going to be closer to 1. Prosecution is asking for 4. That's just not going to happen for a Mann Act violation. So if that's right, look, he wants to get the lowest he can get. And I think it's going to be between that 1 and 2 range. To get the 1, I think he's got to show the judge that he is taking his misdeeds seriously.
Right. And by the way, we know that even when the judge said that he was not going to let him out on bail pending sentencing, one of the things he mentioned was his violence. We've seen his violence.
Exactly.
So he knows that this is an issue for the judge.
And the defense conceded it.
Right. So that's something he definitely has to address. And that's what he's doing with this program.
I mean, Charles, he doesn't have to address it, but he is addressing it. And this might help him with regards to his sentence. Maybe the judge might sentence him to lesser time because he's working on himself.
But Jamie, you know what the complication here is that he's been found not guilty on the charges that relate to drug use and domestic violence. That there was no conviction using force, fraud, or coercion in these 3 ways, and drugs. The Cassie video was off the table. The only thing he's been convicted of is taking a prostitute across state lines for the purpose of prostitution.
But can't the judge consider all of the testimony in the that was presented at the trial?
But the defense is going to say he was found not guilty on those things. So it's really kind of an interesting.
There's that, but there's another side of this. And Jamie, you've been working on this story for 5 days now to lock this down. But what was there was one key word, one of the sources you spoke to. You remember what that word was?
Yeah, redemption.
Yeah, because that's the other part of this, that this is Diddy looking at my life after prison, because now that he knows he's not going to be locked away for decades, not going to be locked away for the rest of his life.
He could get out this year with time served.
Wants to be able to do business. And in order to do that, for people to work with him, even in the entertainment field, he's got to show that he is changing or he's addressing the things that everyone saw come out in this trial.
Right.
So this is about, part of this is also about what is my life after prison and how can I still be a successful businessman?
And it's interesting because we've talked about this before, that lawyers who represent people in positions like Diddy now, they have two responsibilities. Get them acquitted if you can, and what is their life going to look like after they get out?
Right.
And so there are 2 components, and this kind of serves
both of those.
Both of those.
All right, man. So what do y'all think about that, right? So Diddy going to, he in therapy, he doing the drug thing. Like, what do y'all think about that? Because this is what most people do, and normally they get out early. They call it good behavior, getting into programs, showing that you're at least attempting to be rehabilitated. That's what that pretty much is saying, that, look, I'm at least putting in the effort to show that I am trying to be rehabilitated. So what are y'all thoughts on that? Like, do y'all think that is going to give him a lesser sentence than what they're asking for? Because they're asking for 4 years. They're asking for 4 years minimum. But that's pretty much saying we're asking for 4 years, at least 4 years. They didn't say we're asking for at least 10 years minimum, the max. They said that they're asking for 4 years. He's in the county, so he get double time. So if he's, by the time they come up for sentencing in October, he will already be in the county for 1 year. So if he is sentenced to 2 years, that is time served. He goes home. That is what his lawyers is hoping for. Because they are asking for anywhere from 2 years to a little under 2 years, to where he will be able to get time served, because he will get double time for being in the county for 1 year. So do y'all think that this is a good look for Diddy? And do y'all really think that Diddy is going to change once he gets out of this situation, or is this situation going to make him feel more invincible than ever? Do y'all think that Diddy is going to take this like a slap on the wrist and still feel like he can be who he was prior to this situation and do the things he was doing prior to this situation? Now, if you ask me, if he do those things that he was doing prior to the situation and don't take heed to what he was facing in this situation, then he actually deserves whatever comes along with that, period, point blank. I do not feel any remorse, any sorrow, anything about it. If he come back out here doing the same weirdo stuff he was doing that got him in this situation, and he ain't learned from this situation, then he deserves everything that he's going to get from it. Now, with that being said, man, y'all let me know what y'all think about that, man. Drop down in that comment section and let's talk about it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this show, and y'all hit that like button. It helps out the algorithm, helps out the channel, and it's a free way to subscribe to the channel. I said a free way to subscribe to the channel. I meant to say a free way to help the channel, because I'm trying to grow this channel and I need y'all help. I can't do it without y'all. So help me out, and also hit that subscribe button, man, and turn on that notification bell. With that being said, y'all have a blessed one and stay prayed up. I'm out of here. Peace.